Okay, y'all, finally got done. So, even though I had my lemon juice in here, it do help a little because all my apples didn't turn, okay? So it helps a little. Okay, so I got the stove on. And these are my son's apples. Okay, so I see it ain't bad, y'all. Lemon juice help a little. So I got the stove on. Now we're gonna start dipping into the filling. Okay, start making the filling. So we're gonna need 3/4 cup of each. 3/4 cups of each, and that's your brown sugar and your white sugar, which comes out to be like 6 tablespoons, right? So we're gonna do, that's 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is all the brown sugar that I have left in this little bag. Just that's the little corner right here. So I'll say that. Usually I just go ahead and leave it all in. Okay, 1. Can y'all see what I'm doing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 tablespoons of that. Okay, now we got the sugar out the way. Let's get the salt in. Let's add the salt before I forget. You're gonna need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, table salt. You're gonna need 1 Let's do the flour. You're gonna need 5 tablespoons of flour, okay? So that's 1. And this is for the apples to hold, okay? 2, 3. You know, apple pie for you guys that don't know, that's 3, right? So for the guys that don't know how to make apple pie, it may seem like it's complicated, but it's not. It's a real easy recipe. Doing it this way, well, these are the same ingredients that somebody else would use if they was doing apple pie. We just probably got different measurements and add different things. Okay, so that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Okay, 5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour you're gonna need, and you're gonna need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. You can stop there with the cinnamon. Okay, that's 1. And that's 1.5. Now, we may use somebody else, you know, you may use the same ingredient. You're going to use the same ingredients for apple pie. But like I said, it's going to be different measurements and different measurements of it. But this is so easy. 1.5 teaspoons of the following 3 that I just stated, okay? And that's going to be on the allspice. I'm adding allspice in my apple pie. Yes, I am. Some people may not add allspice, but that's okay. And oh, I need that half. Okay, that's the half. And then we're going to go in with the nutmeg, 1.5 teaspoons of the nutmeg. And then we don't need any more the allspice and the nutmeg. We won't need any more after this. Okay. So that's 1 teaspoon of the nutmeg. And then we go in with the half a teaspoon of the nutmeg. Don't need no butter. This my recipe don't call for no butter. Don't need no butter because that brown sugar and that sugar is gonna do what it's supposed to do. And then you want to try to stir these real carefully, y'all, because you don't want to break up your apples. Now we're gonna cook this for 20 minutes. With stirring. So you can't cook, you can't say I'm gonna put these for 20 minutes and then walk away. We're gonna add in that vanilla, but not right now. And the reason why I'm not adding this in right now is because I don't want it to be too much liquid. Because anybody know that cooking, when you're cooking with apples releases a lot of water. So I don't want it to be liquidy, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be too much. And then we already got our cinnamon and our sugar, and that's gonna, you know, get those juices to flowing. So make sure that you, when you're turning your apples, that you kind of, you know, you're very gentle with it, you know. Oh, this smells so freaking good. Woo. And then we put the lemon juice in here on top. So we got the lemon juice. We're going to have the juice from the apples. Then we got the cinnamon and the sugar. That's going to make even more. Right? So you don't want it to have too much liquid. And then, so like I said, we're going to let this cook for 20 minutes. Please do not walk away from it. Stay in your kitchen. If you're cooking more than one thing, stay in your kitchen, because you're going to have to be turning this every 3 minutes. Okay, now I'm not going to put this in my pie dish right away. Like I said, this is the longest part. This is the waiting game right here. Okay, if it wasn't for that, we can go to the next step, but this is the waiting game. I gotta wait for this. We're doing it for 20 minutes. I gotta wait for this to go up to room temperature. Okay, I didn't start counting my 20 minutes. It's 4:59. So there's a room. The waiting game comes in right here when you have to let your apples, after you're cooking for 20 minutes, let them sit the room temperature. So 19 more minutes, you guys. And by me cooking them on top of the stove, they're not going to be, when I get ready to put them in the oven, trust me, they're not going to be mushy, okay? Do with my plastic one. Okay, now we're going to cover this with our lid. 18 more minutes. Oh, damn, that tastes good. So every couple seconds or so, minutes or so, we're gonna go in and we're gonna stir it, okay? So I'm gonna do this for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm finna get set up for my next recipe. I'm gonna show you guys crackling cornbread, okay? So I'll see you guys in a bit, because after this, my 20 minutes is up, we're gonna have to let this come to room temperature, and that's gonna take a couple hours, about 2 hours the most, okay? So I'll see y'all in a bit.